So how do we distinguish between actual churn, the loss of a client, from a freeze when a client has just paused their services? So this is a great question from a reader. And we have to be careful. Does this happen a lot? Is this the exception to the norm? So welcome to another edition of SaaS Metrics School. So this is really important because if we have pause in our services, in our software, and we stop charging our customer, that's going to wreak havoc in our retention schedules, in our MRR schedules. And I always say, aggregate revenue retention schedules do not lie. It's going to see a gap in that MRR schedule, and it's going to count that client pause as a churn. And when they come back on, say 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, it's going to create a new customer in your retention schedule. So we have to be very careful. Now, if this is the exception, hopefully it's immaterial to our total calculations, no problem. But if this is part of our pricing model, and this happens frequently, we're going to want to track probably 2 layers of churn in our MRR waterfall. So think of that churn schedule in our MRR waterfall, voluntary churn, but we may need a paused layer of churn in our MRR schedule so we can calculate churn a couple different ways. So again, if this is common, we may need to get creative here with our MRR waterfall, track 2 types of churn, voluntary and pause churn, so we can truly see what's going on. So I've seen this in event management platforms, for example, where they come onto the platform, use the service, come off. Very hard to measure stickiness within a product like that, unless we charge, say, some sort of platform fee, and they're paying that minimum fee, and then we have some sort of variable revenue when they run that event through our platform. So this is common to your use case, to your pricing model, to your revenue streams with pause services. I would look at 2 layers of churn within your MRR waterfall to keep track of this.